What up, Giants fans? Back at it with another reaction video to the Giants game. We dropped another one, this time to the Baltimore Ravens. 13-27, Ravens came away with the win. And once again, this was just a really bad game. Now, they made it fun in the fourth quarter. Now, if you watch it live, I was live with TSR and OGR calling the game. You know how we do a play-by-play commentary and analysis, instant stuff for you guys. They made it fun in the fourth quarter. Like, we were all depressed in the second half going into the fourth, and they looked like they had a chance to do something there. And you know what? That says something. At the very least, they did try and fight to the end. They did try to do something. They never completely gave up. Now, I do think some parts of the team gave up, but that's just my opinion. But they made it fun in the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? But the big thing about this game is that the first half was just dominated by the Ravens. The Ravens' time possession in the first half was just immaculate. I think they got like 22 minutes, and the Giants only had the ball for like 6 minutes or something crazy like that. It was crazy. They ran the ball at will, and that was the one thing we had to prevent them from doing if we wanted to win this game. You know, I said it in the preview video, I said it in the live streams going into the game. If the Ravens run the football like they have been doing all year, the #1 rushing attack in the league, they will win this game. I said the game is going to come down to their rushing attack versus our rushing defense, and their rushing attack absolutely obliterated our rushing defense. I mean, Lamar only had to pass the ball like 100 for 183 yards just 17 times for them to come away with a win. It's because their rushing game, look at this: Gus Edwards 85 yards, Lamar 80 yards, J.K. Dobbins 77 yards. When you're a team that's running the football like that, there's no need for you to go into the passing game, and that's exactly what happened. And then even when they went to the passing game, absolutely killing us, slicing and dicing the Giants' pass defense, especially in that first half. And that has a lot to do with Patrick Graham. I said his name so many times during the stream that you guys made a joke about it, but Patrick Graham holds some accountability here. This defense did a really bad job today, and a lot of it has to do with his, the decision making and play calling within the first two, maybe even first three quarters. Still doing that bend not break, still not playing man defense, not being aggressive, being very soft zone coverage, which didn't make sense against this team because it's not like they have great receiving threats. Our cornerbacks, they would not have struggled in my opinion if we played man defense, but they just stuck to playing zone, and that killed us with the soft zone. What would have killed us was Mark Andrews, and I said in my preview video, if Mark Andrews is the only thing going off on the Ravens offense, I'm fine with that, because that means we're shutting down the other wide receivers. Guess what? He went off, and anytime they went to another wide receiver, it was a complete pass. It's not like another wide receiver in particular also went off. It's just that whenever they went to any other receiving weapon on the team, it was a completion. Like, that's just how it is, Defensively was a terrible game the first half. Really was. That's rested on the player's head. That's rested on Patrick Graham's head. We couldn't contain the edge for all 4 quarters of the game. The rushing attack was just destroying us. They tried, and they were better in the second half, but it was still not good enough. And then offensively, for the first half, I can't blame anybody for anything because they only had the ball 6 minutes. Now, that is partially on them, but I feel a good amount of it, for one of the first time this season, is on defense. Like, the defense is letting the Ravens offense hold the ball for so long. That was the major reason as to why our offense couldn't do anything or get the ball for a while. Now, we were going 3 and outs. That is on them. But I think this game, it's understandable, for you guys to see where I'm coming from with the defense. Second half, play calling improved massively from the offensive side of the ball. There was one point in the third quarter where the Giants were moving the ball down the field at will, and it looked great. And, well, we're always just a couple steps away. That's kind of the definition of this team, just always a couple steps away. So, I mean, couldn't get it done, move the ball, I think, really well in the second half. Wide receivers were dropping passes as usual. Wide receivers were not getting open as usual. DJ actually played a pretty good game from a passing perspective, in my opinion. He was passing the ball well when he wasn't getting sacked. I mean, the guy got sacked 6 times today and got hit 8 times. So I don't know a way that you could pin this on him. But he did a good job, in my opinion, considering everything else that happened. But, I mean, I expected to be a lot more sad about this game going into the third quarter. But because of the life they injected into the game in the fourth, it wasn't that bad. But you know what? In the end of the day, I'm still excited for next season. I'm still excited for the future of the team. but there's definitely a lot more improvements that needed to be made than what I thought of before. Hopefully this was maybe kind of a fluke thing from Graham, but we definitely need that second middle linebacker position a lot more now. I'm probably, like, don't be surprised by the time the draft rolls around, I go from being a wide receiver guy to a second middle linebacker guy, because we just could not contain the edge. And Kyler Fackrell, who was clear to be back this game, didn't see much time on the field. Darnay Holmes didn't see much time on the field. There's definitely a couple more things that have to be done than I initially thought, but put your thoughts down below and let me know what you all think, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.